All right, well, welcome back. Seems like we are going to start off where we left off last. Harvick.
Last Harvard? That's a good one.
Well, I mean, we last left off with Kevin Harvick.
Last time we left off, we were talking about Fortnite, I think, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I said something about Fortnite, but whatever.
I'm talking race-wise. Last time we left off,
But yes,
we
we
saw
were talking
Harvick.
about Harvick.
We saw Harvick standing in victory lane. When we rejoin with our hero, we now see Kevin Harvick standing in victory lane once again.
He did it again.
With controversy.
What should we talk about first, the win or the controversy?
I guess the win.
Okay, so Harvick goes out and leads the vast majority of the laps. Record number of laps.
214 laps, second most all time in a Vegas race.
No, it was most all time.
No, second most. Gordon has the most with 219. 219 is Jeff Gordon.
Okay, well, we'll check up on that stat.
They showed it during the race. They even said he couldn't beat the record. Who was watching the race? I know I fell asleep, but Jesus, what'd you do?
Watch the race.
You missed that part.
Well, anyway,
most upon active drivers, but
okay, maybe that was it.
Yeah, all time, no. Anyways,
okay,
so Harvick dominates and wins. Yeah, it's like Atlanta never left us. And apparently it didn't, because apparently Atlanta didn't leave us anyway. Because not only in the Vegas race, I guess because there's not much to talk about with Harvick winning, you know, it's just kind of like, he won. I think what's interesting is there are the controversy that happened at Vegas, but like, what's up with that?
Well, the question, if we're talking about the window thing, right? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah. What other controversy was there? Uh-oh, I ain't got the chat up. Oh, crap.
I mean, I don't think there was much else other than that. So you want to dive into the window thing?
That's what I was saying. Let's dive into that controversy.
Okay. So my take on it is, well, it passed post-race and pre-race inspection. So obviously what happened was legal. I think it definitely did give an aero advantage. It probably helped the car, help the airflow a bit, and it might have even given it a little more downforce.
In fact, that's actually what would have happened, just because of the airflow getting to it. It'd have pushed it down a little more.
That dip's definitely going to get some downforce.
So, hold on a second. I got to check something here. Yeah, that's still on. Oh, Lord. Okay. Anyways, I don't care. Hey, Nathan. And Nikki and Mark. But anyways, the controversy that ensued, this didn't just happen at Vegas. It happened at Atlanta, actually.
With who?
Harvick. It's not even joking.
Did?
Someone found a picture on one of Fox. Okay, this is from a reliable source because they were the ones doing the race.
Okay.
They took a screenshot of the car when it was heading, like, I think maybe to turn 1.
Okay.
The backside, and the same thing, same side, was pushed down.
Okay.
Here's the weird thing. That one didn't get as much news as this one.
Why do you think that was?
Probably because no one noticed it, really. They noticed it at Vegas, though.
Well, what makes them notice it now versus last week?
I don't know. It's like only a few people caught Atlanta. I guess because maybe the camera views had something to do with it. Maybe.
But I don't see how the camera views would be that different.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just speculating. But
Okay.
there was a picture, and I saw it, and yes, it was bent in the same way. Here's what I don't like. If that's true, and both these races had the same circumstance, what Rodney Childress said is a load of crap about something breaking. You don't just go.
That was going to be my next question. Did something break?
Well, see, that's what Rodney Childress said. He said at Vegas it broke. Like something broke in the back end, like the bar that holds the window up, and it made it flop down. Well, if that's the case, then you might need to go back and fix that because it's happened 2 weeks in a row at two similar tracks in size.
We see it's weird because there's not only that dip on the right side, but a little bit of a dip on the left side. So that makes me think it's kind of a break.
I mean, you could think it's a break, but then again, I'm just thinking like, well, now that I've seen 2 races where this has happened, I don't think it's just a break.
Do you have a picture from Atlanta?
Yeah, I'd have to get back on my other account and find it. It's up in a chat pretty good ways. It would take me a while, but I'd have to
yeah. Okay, well,
so
I want to see that at some point.
I'll show it to you after the
okay
thing if I find it. So
yeah.
Yeah, so I think what they need to do is if they go back and look and just check to make sure not only if it's him, but see if any other drivers have this issue, which I don't think no one else noticed. But NASCAR needs to go back and re-look at all the footage and everything and see what's going on. Because if you notice, like during victory lane and everything, and on pit stops, whatever, that window popped back out.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking more of they put something in that car. So it's like they did something like I think more of a collapse hinge or something like they have a hinge or something back there. It just looks like straight up bar. This is what I'm thinking. It's one of them hinges, and it's like they ran it to where it would drop down when it got force on it. And when there was no air pressure or anything on it, it popped back up. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So
if that's the case, they're sneaky because I don't think that's in the rule books anywhere. You can't have that, but
yeah, I don't know.
But no, Mom, no, hush, Jesus. Anyways,
So the question is, if it did get accidentally bent, what caused it to get bent?
If it got let's say it happened during the race, the things that would happen would be just like Rodney Childress said, like the beam holding the window up and like all that just kind of had an issue. And like I said, if that's the case, you need to start fixing this because if it's going to happen like every race and particularly mile and a halves, we're going to have a little bit of an issue here.
Well, if it's like a metal bar, it shouldn't just bend by itself. Something would have to hit it. And the question is, why didn't the Fox cameras catch it then? Because if something happened to the windshield, surely the cameras would have caught it, right?
I'm pretty sure. The cameras would have caught it, and that's
pretty good at catching stuff that the average person doesn't. I mean,
hey, I got a quick question here from a good viewer.
Okay.
Mr. Stopoppleton wants to know if he could jump in here.
If you want him to, I don't care.
All right, let me see. Do I have you as a contact, buddy? All right. Let's see. Why did I do that? There we go. I knew I had it right. Yep. You're in. It's going to be our one guest this week. Toppy's not in here, so. Anyways, I don't know what, that's like, it's just weird. Like, why would it, just this whole thing is weird.
Maybe they set it up to where.
That's what I was saying. Maybe
somehow it bends by itself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, because they don't check the material that the bars are made of. They could have made the bars a bit weaker, like maybe more hollow.
Not only that, but like what I was thinking was like they had some hinges that were. This is what I'm thinking. Like they just matched the hinges up to the bars. Like they just had it in there hidden.
What if they hit it or something?
I don't know. Like that's what I'm saying. Like either they hit it or they did something. But see, it's popping back up. That's the problem. How does it pop back up? And that's where I'm thinking if they made it like this,
or what if they have? Maybe it's not something that's bending in. Maybe they have like a weight inside the car that's pulling it down.
They could have something, but like if it's a weight, the question is how does the weight lift back up enough whenever it's under slow momentum?
Maybe all that.
Yeah, good point.
So, and welcome to the podcast, Nathan.
Thank you.
So that's the thing. I'm thinking like these. The only thing I can come up with is hinges just there so that it under pressure it pushes down because they have the hinges. Let's say they set them up like that, or whatever. It pushes down, it kind of like drops it. But when they're under slow momentum, because they like spring back up into place. Like slowly come back up. That way it looks normal. Because any other picks, you see, it's like that's the case. Of him going slow. It's just weird in my opinion. I think NASCAR needs to do something about it, to be quite honest.
Yeah, it's just the whole tinting in with the window. It's just strange because I've never seen it before.
If he wins Phoenix,
well, either A, that means there's something definitely up, or B, he's always good at Phoenix.
Yeah, I mean these last few races there, he's not won. He's not done. He's done terrible for his standards, anyways. But
but I don't know. I think is one of his best tracks. So I won't be surprised if Harvick wins.
I mean, if he does, honest. I mean, if he wins Phoenix, hopefully, if he wins, we don't find the magic window. Oh, the magic window. We don't need that to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like that's ridiculous. Hopefully, this doesn't happen again. Hopefully, if it does, and he ends up winning the race, NASCAR really, really needs to do something about it. Like extremely bad. Needs to do something about it. I think they need to do something about it now. Because the picture at Atlanta and then seeing that at Vegas. The Atlanta one wasn't as noticeable, though. But you could tell it. You could tell because the lettering was just pushed down enough.
Yeah.
Vegas, you could definitely tell. I mean, they just kind of like stick it out like a sore thumb. What's this in the... Right. I think... trying to think here. I don't know. I just lost what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I was gonna wait till Velocity gets back to bring this up because I was watching NASCAR America today. I was at my grandma's and I happened to see it on the TV and all, so I was watching it and they were talking about Reddit, NASCAR Reddit users and all, and how they spotted something out last year. They brought it to NASCAR's attention, and NASCAR did something about it. I'm wondering if they'll do that again because I think this is where this came from. Kyle Petty doesn't like it though because he's like, fans shouldn't have a say so. It's like, okay, buddy, there went your. It's like, okay, and how many fans do you actually have that would back you? Let's be honest. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait till he's back, because this is kind of like something that would need to be more or less discussed. But I guess we'll go over parts of the race. Ryan Blaney led the first lap. Harvick led like every other one, but just a handful. Fords, they've been pretty dominant. That's not going to last. We're talking about a Ford. They'll blow up sooner or later.
Yeah. Just think about Ford. They have a 5-year-old freaking body, and they're up against a new body for Camaro that came out like last year, and a whole entire new Chevy Camaro for this season for Chevy. So I feel like Ford's luck is gonna end eventually. I think.
I feel like they've put. I feel like this is me. I feel like with Ford, they've put more money in than what they have as for advancing, getting aerodynamics and stuff. But there's not much you can do with the Fusion. It's pretty much maxing itself out, because as noticed last year, Toyota, they brought the new body in. Took them a while to get momentum. They had 2 wins by Truex. Like, let's see, I think it was. Vegas, and what was the other? Kansas. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the first 2 Toyota wins. Vegas and Kansas. About the time July rolled around is when the Toyotas came in, and they pretty much dominated the rest of the season. It was Fords and Chevrolets dominating the first half. Toyota, like, completely ruled the second half of the season. And that's with the new body. So it's going to take Chevrolet a little bit. I understand that some people are saying they've already learned the body. Some people are saying Chevrolet.
I think Chase Elliott with that 9 car, they've already figured out the Chevy. I think the 42 of Lawson has already figured out the Chevy.
Yeah, they've
Chevy guys that know the Camaro already, but most Chevy Camaro drivers are still trying to get the feel for it.
Like, my thing with it is, like, it takes the driver's time to figure it out, but it also takes the manufacturer time to figure it out as well. And that's, yeah, sure, I think Elliott and Larson have both figured this car out. Johnson, on the other hand, has not.
Yeah.
But like the whole point of this is it took Toyota a while last year. They became dominant. It's going to take Chevrolet a little while, and then they're going to become dominant with Toyota. Ford, they've put as much money as they can into this Fusion, and just like with any Ford, it's going to die. So
here's my question: why does Chase Elliott have it figured out, and everybody else doesn't? His teammates don't.
Well, it's just okay. To be quite honest, I think it fits more of Elliott's driving style. To be quite honest.
Yeah.
Well, like,
yeah.
What do you mean?
It's just an odd car to see, and he's an odd driver. So
I don't see the correlation though. That's the thing.
No, it's just for some reason. Well, I mean, he drove the Camaro and Xfinity, and he's had some.
Well, they're different Camaros.
It's true. But they are, you know that the Camaros in the Xfinity series, like the way that the bodies are set up to the Cup, they pretty much drive the same. I know that they have less power, they have, less of this, maybe more of this. It's just to make the cars a little bit more lower grade, but at the same time, it's still a Camaro. Mm-hmm. He's had experience, and I think that's what's helping him and Larson.
Yeah, that's what I think too, because like both have had a lot of Xfinity experience in that Chevy Camaro, in that Xfinity, and now with Camaro up in Club. That is helping. And I think maybe the Camaro might just suit Lawson's and Elliott's driving style, maybe just a little bit more. SS.
Well, I would disagree with that because I don't think the Xfinity Camaro and the Cup Camaro are two completely different cars.
Yeah, they are, but
Like,
at the same time,
which is why I don't think that anything you learn in the Xfinity Camaro is really going to translate over to the Cup. I mean, you hear that all the time.
Yeah, well, I mean, even the guys, the Cup guys that drop back down to race in Xfinity, all say they drive similar. And that's why it helps them out on race day. And
the only thing it really helps them with is tires. That's what Larson said. He's like, you don't learn much about the car other than the tires. So it doesn't really make much difference.
Let's be honest. According to Larson, it does not matter if he's driving a Camaro or a SS. Well, heck, it probably won't even matter if he drove Ace Tank and Toyota. He would probably not notice too much of a difference. He would just drive the car. That's how Lawson is.
I have to agree with that.
He adjusts things so quickly that, like, he almost notices no difference.
I mean, that's so true. I mean, think about it. He adjusted to him being out of the chase again. He adjusted rather quickly to that.
Oh my god.
I had to do it. I'm sorry.
Come on. That just.
I'm sorry. I had to do it.
But hey, one of the things I did hear Jimmy Johnson say was that their problems are underneath the car. So it probably has something to do with the chassis.
Probably. I mean,
so look tell me that Chase's. Don't tell me that Chase gained better cars than Jimmy Johnson. What the heck?
Whatever they're doing, they've got to figure out better than the rest of the guys.
I will say this. Chase Elliott, he's adapting pretty quickly along with Larson. I think they've got this figured out. Those two have figured out. I'll give Chase Elliott credit where credit's due. He's figuring this out. He's figuring out quicker than others.
I think by next week, I think he'll have it, and I think he'll have a pretty good shot to win.
I won't be too surprised if we see both Lawson and Chase battling up there in the top 5.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think we'll see him in the top 5.
Because
now
it's like you said, they've adjusted to the Camaro like that.
Larson should be up front at Phoenix because the spring race last year here, it's still winter. The winter race here last year.
Winter race.
I mean, we're not even in spring yet. Why do we call it the spring race? We're in winter.
Because winter just sounds. That gives kind of a horrible connotation.
It's not even. It doesn't even feel.
Winter. I think snow.
Okay, well, you're not going to see snow in Phoenix. When's the last? Yeah, well, when's the last time it snowed in Phoenix? I mean, let's get real here. Probably this year. Probably.
Do people in Phoenix even know what snow is?
They probably do. Not. I mean, you know, they get snow from people at the border, so wrong snow. Anyways, so no, I think Larson should be up at front in the winter race at Phoenix. Spring, well, it doesn't even feel like winter down there. Who am I kidding? It's 90 degrees.
Well, it's kind of a marketing strategy if you think about it. If you tell people, "Hey, come and see our winter race," no one's going to come because they think it's going to be cold.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a spring race. It's going to be like, "Oh, just grab a jacket. It'll be a nice day."
Oh my God, Spider-Man is in the building, everybody. He's back from his newest movie shoot. Welcome back. Anyways, so yeah.
Oh, by the way, you misspelled Harvicking. I assume that's what you meant to say.
We're an amateur podcast.
Okay. Hold on. Excuse me.
Yeah,
I noticed that now.
Oh, you forgot the R.
Mr. Professor.
I'm sorry, I just thought I'd go ahead and...
It's Harvicking.
So have you been following what we've been talking about, Top?
Yeah, mostly about the whole window thing.
Do you have any thoughts? You need to give your 2 cents.
The whole window thing. Well, let's see. I don't know. It's a really, really, really tough thing there because the way I see it is I mean, first off, how do you do that?
Mm-hmm.
I find that absolutely amazing that they managed to do that. Secondly, I think that's also what NASCAR thought that wouldn't be possible because I can't imagine that there is a specific rule like the roof where it meets the rear windshield cannot flex inward.
Well,
I can't imagine there was a specific rule for that.
Template specs.
Okay, let's just be honest.
It is, but at the same time, yeah, that's kind of cheap. Well, I shouldn't say cheap. Let's
think about it.
Let's be honest. If that was happening to Jimmy Johnson, who in here would agree he would probably end up with a fine right now?
Like maybe.
Well,
just think about it. If Johnson won Atlanta and then wins this race, they got to encumber something here.
Here's what would happen. If it was Jimmy or any other of the Hendrick guys, no one would have said anything, fan base wise.
No,
they would have been like, that's fine.
I don't mind Harvick. It's just
if that was a Toyota, the falling would be even worse.
Actually, no, you're wrong about the fan base not saying anything. Hendrick's fan base. This is what I was trying to say to Velocity. This is what I was telling you, Nathan. Okay, something similar happened to this last year in the chase, if y'all remember. Happened at Chicagoland.
Okay.
Crew member was caught pulling tape off the spoiler of Chase Elliott's car.
I do remember that.
Was
just
I kind of do.
Tape. I mean,
tape on the spoiler. What?
It might have
makes it thicker, gives it more downforce.
Maybe a 1/4 of an inch. I don't know.
I would think.
But
just a tiny little bit more downforce, I believe.
Barely anything. And it had that much of an effect on the car.
I mean, he was running wicked fast laps in that race.
It's true.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, they noticed that, they find him, and that's something that's what made me think about it, was what Top said. The fan base ain't going to say anything. Hendrick's fan base ain't going to say anything. Everybody else is going to say something. But this thing with Harvick is kind of like, we say
Haas's fan base isn't going to say anything, but everyone...
NASCAR America brought it up. Okay?
Yeah.
They know it. They know this full well. NASCAR's probably not going to do anything about it.
I think something should be done, to be honest. But at the same time, what's actually baffling me is like how they managed to do that and how it was only Harvick.
I mean, if you look, Harvick dominated this race, and that's kind of raising the eyes to.
But he dominated.
What I want to see is a shot of Kurt Busch, Eric Almirola, and Clint Boyer. I want to see if they have the same thing going.
You could probably just pull the footage up on YouTube right now and pause it at a time where the car is there, and you could probably see it.
Probably.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. If I was NASCAR, I would look...
At the same time, in the same equipment. I mean, yeah, we could also look at driver skill in this, but that massive of a difference? Even if Kurt, Boyer, and Almirola don't have or do have that on their car as well, which would also perplex me if they don't. Because, I mean, it's all Stewart Haas cars. Why would you only give it to one? And why only Harvick? Why not Almirola?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so many weird... There's so much weird stuff surrounding this to me.
Oh, definitely.
That makes it go just a whole lot deeper than just like, oh, should they be fined or should they get like some penalty? Which I kind of think that they should, but it's just weird.
I will say Kyle Petty.
It's not happening to any other cars.
Kyle Petty made me sick with something he said on NASCAR America, by the way. I was watching it, and when they brought this up, they said a fan pointed this out. So this is what made me sick of what just Kyle Petty in general was he said, I don't like that the fans are saying this. The fans shouldn't have a say anyway. We have a fans council. The fans shouldn't have nothing to do. They don't run the sport. They shouldn't have anything to do with it. And it's kind of like, well, the fan, you don't have any fans anyway, so that's why you're salty. But like,
I didn't hear him say this, but
it was on NASCAR America.
That's messed up, man. That's what NASCAR's for, if you ask me.
Okay.
For the fans.
All right, Velocity. All right, you can go ahead and give me your pick real quick. Come on, Nathan. Nathan, what are you doing? All right, Velocity.
Yeah.
If you want to give your pick, go ahead.
How about Harvick again? Say he does the three-peat.
If that happens, folks, the podcast next week is going to be very brief unless there's a fight. I mean,
Harvick wins again. What else?
We're just gonna get on. Yeah, there's the window controversy, third week in a row, same as his wins. Domination.
Yeah.
All right. Go to Auto Club. It happens again. All right. Harvick wins again. Go to Martinsville. He gets wrecked. Finally, someone else to talk about. Be his teammate or something. Be like.
I can't imagine that at Martinsville, this window thing would even give him much of an advantage.
There wouldn't be enough air pressure on there anyway. There's not the banking to push it and the amount of speed.
So
I mean,
if it somehow bowed that much at Martinsville, well then I think that we'd have something to really discuss.
All right. Well,
but
Harvick has won.
At Martinsville, though.
Harvick's won every race up to Watkins' win due to a bowed window.
Well, heck, I don't think it's even going to have that much of an effect at Phoenix, which is why I'm going to say Chase Elliott.
All right.
So you're saying Elliott, Velocity saying Harvick. Velocity, I swear if he wins, I will. We're just going to get rid of you.
Okay.
If he wins.
No, I'm joking. If
Harvick wins, then I'm just going to be like, oh boy.
Okay.
Stay off the internet for the next week.
Okay. Well, no, I'm still going to be on here, but there's do we have to, if he wins and there's like no controversy or nothing to talk about next week, do we really have to do a 30-minute podcast or something? Can we just do like a 5-minute, yeah, he won again, hurrah?
I mean, we still have to do the podcast. The length doesn't matter.
Just like 5-minute podcast, probably be like, yeah, he dominated.
It's like, well, Harvick wins again. And
we'll talk about the weather in the area.
Draft Shack Podcast Season 2, Episode 6. What else is there to say? Harvick wins again.
Harvicking 3.0.
Harvicking 3.0. Harvicking Episode 3, The Return of the Window.
Oh, wait, here's something interesting, and it doesn't even have to do with the race, because there wasn't really anything interesting during the race. Your 2019 NASCAR Hall of Fame inductees are Alan Kowicki. Help me out here. Don't say the main one. We don't have to say the big name.
Roger Penske, Jack Roush,
Joe Gibbs.
Yep, Joe Gibbs.
Jeff Gordon.
Yeah. Hold on.
Gordon deserves it.
Oh, wait, have y'all not even checked NASCAR.com?
No, actually.
Get the head in the game top.
John Holman, Harry Gant, Ralph Moody.
My head's been anywhere other than the game.
Yeah, the Harry Gant. Okay, so
play the game.
Davey Allison, Buddy Baker, Red Farmer, Ray Fox, Larry Phillips, Ricky Rudd, Barney Hall. All very deserving people.
So when are they going to reveal the class?
They don't do that until like near the end of the season, right?
They need to hurry up and do it. They need to hurry up and do it now.
They gotta have the voting first. I mean, they can't do it right away.
I mean, if Gordon doesn't make it, it's going to be just ridiculous.
He'll make it. There's no doubt.
He deserves it.
But yes, Allison Baker, Farmer, Fox, Kent, Gibbs. You know who? Gordon, Holman, Hyde, Cominkey, Bonnie, Cliff, Millie, Penske, Phillips, Welsh, Wood. Someone I don't know how to say the last name. Someone else don't know how to say the last name. Wilson. Yeah.
I think they need to just I think the ones that are going to make it in, to be quite honest, Penske, Kawicki, probably, Penske, Kawicki, probably. It ain't going to be Gibbs.
No,
I don't think it's going to be Gibbs. I think Jack Roush could make it in as well.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm saying
Gibbs
Penske,
hasn't been around
Roush.
as long. That's my thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think in Penske, Roush they're going to be two team owners in. Kawicki, the owner, driver, champion. He's kind of in a category of himself. He's one that needs to be in there just because. Davey Allison, I think, is going to make it in.
Yeah, you got to have Davey Allison, definitely.
And bias, I don't care. Gordon's going to make it in.
I don't see any bias there. I think he deserves it.
Yeah, the 5 I think will get in is Jeff Gordon. Not being biased, but he deserves it. Definitely.
Hold on a moment, I'll be right back. Keep saying.
Alan Kawicki. I think Penske and Roush too. But this one might surprise you. He has won a championship in both
10-4.
The Premier and like the Premier Series and Xfinity Series. I think Bobby Labonte should make it. I don't know, that could just be me. But I think Labonte should.
Is Terry Labonte already in it?
I have no clue. But Bobby Labonte is.
I think that both Labonte brothers would be worthy of it, especially Terry, to be honest.
But like Joe Gibbs, he has been around a lot. But I don't think he maybe for 2020. For Gibbs.
I can agree to that.
But with Allison, I wouldn't mind him. Bacon, I wouldn't mind. But then Red Farmer, I never even heard of him. Ray Fox, never even heard of him. Harry Gant, never even heard of him. A lot of these drivers I've never even heard of. But Ricky Wood, I think he's gonna. Yeah, that. I honestly don't know about Wood. Maybe in a few years. I don't know about now.
I agree.
I just got a message. On like I just checked Instagram. That's what I ran back there and grabbed my phone for because I remembered something and then I checked and yeah. So, anyways, apparently our good buddy Austin says Gordon's not going to be inducted.
Oh my god!
It doesn't matter to me.
He hasn't been retired for very long, so I mean, I don't know if he is going to be inducted. He's going to get inducted sometime. If it's not this year. It might not. Maybe it won't be this year, but if it comes down to the fan vote, I am certain he will.
Okay, I'm going to be completely honest. They've already said, like, as soon as his name's on the ballot, like everybody's already said, once his name's on the ballot, he's pretty much going to make it in. And if he doesn't, it's going to be a wonder. I mean, it's going to be a repeat of 2014's chase, but anyways, it's going to be a wonder.
Well, that is true. Like, I guess the only reason why he might not get in is because he's only been retired for like 3 years. So, if that, 2 or 3 years.
Right.
So I guess that could stop him, but still, he's deserving to make it in Hall of Fame. He's 4 titles, 93 wins. He's probably
100% worthy of it.
In my opinion, he's probably one of the best of all time. Probably near up there with Dale Earnhardt and Richard Petty.
I mean, the first 20 to be on that ballot to be voted for, it came down to Bill France Sr., Jr., Earnhardt, Petty, and who else? I think it was it Pearson? I'm not sure. I got the original inductee cars back there in my room, the diecast. Like all of them, so I can go back there and check later after the podcast. But, yeah. So, God Almighty, my hands itchy. Anyway, so should we wrap this up or?
Yeah, I'd say so.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for watching. Hope y'all have enjoyed this repeat of last week.
See if we get the 3-peat and then the 5 podcast next week.
Yeah, trust me. We don't need any special guests next week if that happens. It's going to be kind of like, do we really want to? It's going to be more like, do we really want to do this? Like, if there's a fight or controversy again, we can do that. We'll just ignore the winner, and be like, yeah, Harvick won. All right. Anyways, that's other news.
Right. Yeah. Harvick won. But anyways, enough of that.
Enough of Harvick's. I don't know, window rigging. Enough of Harvick's windowing.
Window.
Enough of Harvick's winning windows. On to why he has winning windows.
Dun 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 dun. Get it?
Yeah. So, anyways, hope y'all enjoyed this podcast. Just remember to go sub everybody that's been on this top dragster,
including Nathan for this.
Yeah, I'm going through the list. Spider-Man top dragster, Larry Mack Velocity 88X, an idiot Mantron 24, and special guest Nathan Stapleton, the first one of this season.
Thanks for having me.
Remember no problem. We hope to have you again. But remember the channel names are Top Dragster, Velocity 88X, Mantron 24, and NS Racing 42. Excuse me. I know I said AKA Nathan Stapleton.
Yep.
It's your boy.
It's your boy, Nathan. It's your boy, NS Racing 42, AKA Nathan Stapleton here. Anyways, again, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for
turning into my Q&A.
When's your Q&A?
Now.
Okay, well, I'm probably gonna miss it because somebody was calling me just a minute ago. So.
Oh, it's gonna be a long stream. Trust me.
Well, last night I was like, when I hung up with you, Nathan, like I was in that call till probably about 11:30 or so.
Jeez.
It was a long one. We were just talking about different things. So yeah, I guess we will see you all next time. And our picks, Top's going with Elliott, Velocity's going with Harvick. I'm just going to pull a rabbit out the hat and say Larson's actually going to get it this week. Unless Newman does it again. Anyways,
I doubt that, but you never know. Take care, all.
All right, Nathan. Well, Nathan, you want to say who your pick is? Because you're a special guest.
Sure. I'm gonna agree with you, Antoine. Lawson's been hot, but watch out for Chase, watch out for Newman, and watch out for Harvick.
You don't have to watch out for Newman. He's the elephant in the room. But anyways. All right. Thank y'all for watching, and peace out.